So Douglas, I hear you have a good question for us today.
Oh, yes. And this one, when I heard this question, I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I'd never thought about it until this question. So this is a pre-service teacher, and they're thinking about, the best time to do inquiry and how to get it, especially in the other subjects. So they said, well, if I would do a KWFL chart with my students, is that a way to bring inquiry into the other subject areas?
Hello, everybody. This is John Taylor from the ETHOS Innovation Center, Director of STEM Education,
And I am Douglas Hunnings, Director of the Primary STEM Education here at ETHOS Innovation Center.
So Douglas, I hear you have a good question for us today.
Oh, yes. And this one, when I heard this question, I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I'd never thought about it until this question. So this is a pre-service teacher, and they're thinking about, the best time to do inquiry and how to get it, especially in the other subjects. So they said, well, if I would do a KWFL chart with my students, is that a way to bring inquiry into the other subject areas?
All right, now, so KWL, why don't you define what a KWL chart is?
It is a graphic organizer that we would use to help our students organize their thoughts as they're learning whatever topic, whether it's science, social studies, math, reading, language arts. So the K stands for know. What do I know? So the students write down anything they know about that subject.
Okay.
Then the W is what I wonder. So they would ask questions about the topic. So they first fill out what they know. Let's just say the topic is predator prey, like in life science. They write down everything they know about predators and prey. Then they would, on the second column, write down what do they wonder about predators and prey. And then the L is what I learned. So that's filled out at the end of the whole unit. So before you teach anything, we do K and W. What do I know? What do I wonder? Then we do the lesson. And then the L is what did I learn from this whole experience?
The powerful tool K through 12.
Yes.
Anybody can use this. In fact, I've seen this in college. So this is a great tool to use, a simple organizer. The neat experience we get is we get to work with some literacy experts and we make connections. It's like, wait a minute, KWL, K, what I know, that's observations. That's the first step of inquiry. That's the first thing we do in inquiry. We do that. And then after we do observations, we do questions. Are wondering.
I wonder.
And then the very last thing is when we start doing data analysis and conclude, then we talk about what we've learned. All right, so I think they're missing a letter here. The letter in the middle is fun.
Oh, yes.
KWFL. Or it could be KWIL, we would call it. But all the process in the middle is where the fun stuff, all the learning that happens, that we do with our students. And so a KWL tool, using that with inquiry, I'm mind blown. That's like, what a great idea.
I know, like I said, when I first heard that question, I was like, I never thought about that as a teacher. And even now, as I'm doing more of the science training and, the coaching, I never thought that connection. But now I'm like, oh, I'm excited to share that with other teachers.
I think that's the thing too, as teachers, all of these graphic organizers you use in different subjects with language arts and math, you need to start rethinking. They aren't just specific for those areas. A lot of those work wonderful with science. And when you're doing that, you're developing that cross-curricular component. It's going to naturally come, which is exciting, which is what we want to do. KWL.
So I think that's such a great organizer to help get you thinking the idea of how to bring that inquiry piece into the other subject areas. Now, if you just have students tell us what you know, what you wonder, and then what you learned, that itself is not the full inquiry process, but is definitely a way to bring that cross-curricular. So that was such a great idea from that pre-service teacher. So cool.
It is. So if in your language arts unit, if you put the fun in the middle, here you go.
That's
You
right.
know, put some inquiry in the middle, and then you've done it. You've done it well.
Such a
We'll
cool
get to that
question.
then. Great question.
All
Oh,
right.
awesome. So thanks so much for the questions. I always say, remember at the bottom, you know, there we are, contact, reach us here at Ethos with your questions. We love them, love to talk about them. And we'll continue to do so as long as you keep sending those in, and then some. We like to yammer. So here we are.
Well, thanks again, everyone. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.